everyone. Welcome to Mind in the Middle podcast. I'm your host, Natasia, and this is where we just discuss all things revolving around mindset, personal growth, development, and honestly, I'm just sharing my personal journey. So today we're going to be talking about manifesting. And I know it's like a super buzzword to say now, like it's a cliche to say like, oh, I'm manifesting this, or I'm working on manifesting this. I hope I manifest that. But there is a science to it. And it's very real. It's very true. That's why anybody that says they don't believe in the law of attraction or they don't believe in manifestation, then it's almost like you saying you don't believe in gravity. It's real. Okay. And it's real whether you believe in it or not. I'm going to just talk about the keys to manifesting anything you want. Literally anything you want. So before I get into the keys, let's talk about what manifestation even means. So the word manifest, and I did just get a Google definition. Okay, you can go ahead and type this right up on Google. The definition of manifest is clear or obvious to the eye or mind. So to manifest something is to really experience it in its physical form, something that you can see, something that you can touch. Manifestation is even deeper than that to me. There's a lot of spiritual things that happen before anything comes into the physical. There's a whole world of things going on before it even appears to the human eye. And living this human experience, we want to experience things in the physical form. We want to see, we want to feel, we want to touch. Sometimes we want so many things and we feel like, okay, how can I ever get this, or it seems so far-fetched. So I'm going to tell you how, and I'm going to tell you what you need to get there. So the first thing that's really important to understand when it comes to manifestation is that in order to achieve anything or to manifest anything, you have to be aligned with what it is that you want. You have to be it. It's not something that you can just sit and think about, ponder on, and it just shows up in your lap. At least for things that you really want, because there's so much resistance of not having it. You're balancing two different vibrations. On one hand, you're saying that you really, really want something, but on the other hand, your energy is vibrating that you don't have that thing. So that is what is very tricky about manifestation, and why it seems like to manifest something is like so complicated, and it feels like you can't really manifest anything right away. And it's always because we're balancing those two different energies. One, having that desire and really wanting something, and then two, also having feeling the energy of not having it. That's why we want it so bad. To really manifest, you have to low-key trick yourself. You have to tell yourself and believe that you already have that thing, or you already are experiencing that thing, because your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference. So the first key is you have to align with your desire. You have to align with what it is that you're trying to manifest. And with that does come a little trickery. You got to trick yourself into it. But at the same time, you have to believe it as well. You have to believe that you can have that thing and you deserve to have that thing. The second key is you have to shift your mindset. And that's one thing that a lot of people don't talk about, is the changes that you have to go through to really even get to the point that you want to get to, if that makes sense. Like if you just think about what your dream life is, or who you just envision yourself to be in the next, let's say 5 years, that is a whole different person. That person thinks differently. That person does different day-to-day things, that person feels predominantly different than you do right now. Because if you didn't feel any difference from that person, then you would be living that life that you're dreaming about. You would be experiencing the same things that that version of you is experiencing in your mind. So, shifting your mindset really goes hand in hand with getting in alignment with what it is that you want, because you have to sort of deprogram and reprogram your mind. If you've been so accustomed to living a certain way that hasn't been benefiting you and you haven't seen any real growth in it, then that part of you that wants something else and wants change has to change. You have to change. And I think that's really scary for a lot of people, because we kind of cling on to our identity, and depending on where you are in your life or what circumstances you're repeatedly going through, you have become accustomed to it, and it's become a part of you in a way. So to let all of that go and to say, okay, I'm going to do something completely different. I'm going to think completely different. I'm going to talk, walk, dress completely different. It's not as easy as it sounds, but it's very possible, and you can do it, and you do it, because you're not the same person that you were when you were 18. I don't know how old you guys are, whoever's watching this, but you're not the same person that you were 5 years ago. You're not the same person that you were 10 years ago. You have unconsciously evolved into new versions of yourself. And to do that intentionally and purposefully can be a little uncomfortable, but you can do it. And when you do it and you see how your life transforms, you're going to be like, okay, I am the creator of my life. I can do this. I've been doing this. So again, the second key is you want to shift your mindset. You want to change the way that you're thinking and change your perspective so that it's in alignment with that version of you. And you may just want to start off by sitting down and really visualizing that version of you. What do they look like? What do they do? What kind of friends do they have? How do they dress? How do they talk? How do they walk? You know, don't be so attached to the version that you are right now, because I know so many people be like, oh, I'm not changing. I've been this way since 1990, 1991, 1992, 1985. Everybody change. And if you don't change, that ain't a good thing. Period. Okay? Be comfortable with saying, you know what? I used to dress like this, but now I want to dress like this. I used to wear, True Religion jeans and sneakers and this and that. Now I want to look a little bit more pristine. I want to wear blazers. I want to wear suits. You're going to attract a whole new version of life, people, experiences, opportunities. That is intentionally manifesting. And the third key is repetition is key. Okay. In order to witness any type of growth in your life with anything, you have to nurture it with consistency. And I am 100% talking to myself right now because that for me has been one of the biggest challenges with not even manifesting, because to me, like, life is not just about, oh, I want to manifest this, I want to manifest that. It's really about experiencing and having a good quality experience with life, with whatever you're doing, even if you're not really doing anything. But for certain things that I really have such a passion for, such as, talking to people in this way, that is something that I have a desire to do. And some of the things that hold me back are my consistency. I'm not gonna cap. I'm not gonna lie. Life be lifing. Okay? Life be lifing. life be lifing. And not even in a bad way. It's just that like you get distracted. Like one week I'm on the roll, okay? I'm on my routine. I'm working out every day. I'm waking up at 6 in the morning consistently, doing my meditations consistently. And then it's like an event happens, or I go out of town, or it's family stuff, and it kind of just knocks me off. And I don't even want to say that knocks me off. I think I just let it get in the way of me getting back on the horse, getting back, having that discipline to get back up and keep doing it. So I'm talking to myself right now, but you have to be consistent with anything to see growth in it. Like, there's not really anything that is worth having that doesn't require commitment and consistency. So repetition really ties all my last points together. When you shift your mindset and you start thinking differently, you position yourself to receive things that are alike. So you position yourself, if you start thinking more positively and thinking, about what you really want and knowing that you can have it, thinking about the little details that make the visualization even more vivid. When you consistently do that, then you position yourself to receive it easily. You're allowing it to flow to you. You're letting go the resistance of not having it. And then when you repeatedly do that, or when you do it repetitively, I don't know if that was the right way to say it, but when you've done it repetitively, the repetition helps you then reprogram your mind. So that way it's no longer a thought. It's no longer something that you have to think about. You're already living it. You are it. You are being it. And that's why in the first point, it's kind of like, yeah, you got to kind of trick yourself. You got to kind of like pretend that you already have it, that you're already doing it. But at the same time, feel it. Feel it like for real. It starts off as that. And then once you have repeatedly, God dang, what is the word? Once you've done it over and over again, then it is no longer a thought. It's just the life that you're living. You don't even really think about it. And that's why I press journaling, okay? Journaling, my girls, my guys that journal, they know what I'm talking about. When you journal and you write from one place, and then you let some time go by, and then you go back and you read what you journaled, you're like, dang, I did that. Dang, I actually have that now. And it's almost like you don't even realize it. You didn't realize it. There was not like one moment that was like, oh, I manifested this. It's just like, no, I'm just living life and I have it now. Journaling is top tier. Don't sleep on journaling. And not even just for manifestation, but also just as an outlet to get your thoughts and emotions out. And maybe writing isn't your thing. Use a voice memo. Just record yourself talking to yourself. Like, that stuff helps. And that's all I can say about it. So thank you so much for watching this video. And please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also share your comments and share with a friend, or share with someone that you feel like may need to hear this. And also do not hesitate to subscribe if you want to see more. But with all that being said, live in love, live in light, and we'll chat on the next one. Bye.